Operation Triggerlock.
Triggerlock. Just to give a quick background, I was reading some article or something, and it came across my feed where there was a collaboration, and I think you just pulled it up and looked at it. Some people may have seen it already. There's a collaboration in the city because apparently there's a shortage of cops. A collaboration between the city and the state where now state troopers are patrolling the neighborhood with the Philadelphia Police Department, state troopers. So, okay, let me ask you. Do you want to ask me my opinion or do you want to give me, or you?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you roll with it. I'm gonna let you roll with it. Go ahead.
As you lean back,
you roll with it. I know what you're gonna say. You like this. You like.
Could you please send me a trooper?
Hey, could you please?
Yo, like, listen. Yo, all right. But you know what, like, okay, my response to that, again, if there's a shortage, if there's not enough police officers to respond to the things that are going on, I have two responses to that. Then, okay, if we need to beef up the force to be able to respond to more, and I'm going to tell you something, too, that happened the other night. No.
Go ahead.
Right, yep. But my response to that, the first thing is that I don't have a problem with it. And this is the other reason. I would hope, and now this is the word, Knight, I would hope that having someone patrolling the streets that's used to being at the state level, they'll come in with a fresher set of eyes than a person that's been in the street and that's jaded. Because a lot of times it seems like the state police don't, I mean, maybe because they're not in the hoods as much, you don't hear as much of them shooting people as you do. And again, I understand that they're not in the hood, so, but I would hope that they'll come in with a different perspective than somebody that's been living it and in it day to day.
And I'm gonna tell you why that's worse. The shootings and shit is going to go up with that, and let me tell you why. These state troopers, they not used to being in the city. That's number one, right?
So you talking about fear?
That's that police fear, right? The police fear, right? And all. Now I ain't gonna say all. Most officers have the same mentality when it comes to black folks in the hood, in the city. They already have that mentality because they wouldn't hire them if they didn't have that mentality. You get what I'm saying? They've been trained to have that mentality. So with that aside, what they should do if there's a shortage of police officers, right? What they should, and then the economy is fucked up too, right? So the solution to that would be to recruit people from underprivileged neighborhoods.
I agree with that totally.
And make them police because already they used to the neighborhood.
That's right.
They know most of the people in the neighborhood.
I agree with that totally.
Why not let them police their own neighborhood? Why not let them I would almost guarantee that would lower the crime rate. And the simple fact is
they wouldn't be afraid.
If you right, not only would they not be afraid, but let's say somebody was shot in the hood, right? And Officer Williams grew up in that hood. You get what I'm saying? So now I can go to Officer Williams and be like,
right, yeah,
yo,
there's little Ray.
Yo, Ray, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, like, I ain't no snitching nothing, but the boy,
that innocent girl,
down the street,
right. Yeah,
yo, man, he let that boy have it, and they was fighting over such and such.
Somebody said happy Father's Day.
You get what I'm saying?
I do, and I agree with that. Totally.
You get what I'm saying? So now,
I do.
So now, not only have you found the culprit, but after that keeps happening a couple of times,
the confidence, right? The community.
It's like now the community see like you making a change.
Mm.
Now it's gonna be like, well, niggas is out here snitching because
Right.
Officer Williams down here and he know this person,
That's right.
he know that person.
Right. He knows
You
the
get what I'm
community.
saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So now
I wonder why
Officer,
never they have they. Well, wait a minute. Listen to this, Night. No, listen to this. I'm going to job fairs in my current capacity, and we've had police officers there doing just that, trying to recruit. Nobody, the young people, they don't want to have anything to do with it, Night.
that's because of the situations that already exist or the mentality that already exists. It's going to have to be something different from somebody sitting at a job fair just waiting for somebody to come up. That's not how that's going to happen.
Yeah, but they're going into the schools. That's what we did. That's what that's what we were. We were in the schools. We were in the schools. Listen to this. It was the young lady. Of course, I don't know any of their names. She was like a captain or something. She talked about it. She said, come see me. They had the community person. They even had the Marine guy, the police officers that jump in the water when someone drowns. Right. They had him there with all of his gear, talking to the young kids, saying, telling his story. Yep. Yo, none of it. And I heard the young boys, I don't want to be no cop.
Right. Why would you want to be? Wait. All right. So that's the hump that they got to get over. Because why would a young black person want to be a cop when all they see is cops shooting people?
Well, but because the same way.
Wait. But see,
the same way you just said that. Go ahead.
Right. Listen to this. All cops ain't bad, right?
Absolutely. Most of them probably aren't.
But the only thing that you see on the what? Media?
Right.
Social media? All you see is what?
The bad ones.
That's doing dumb shit.
But as you said earlier, we know better than that, right? We know better
than that.
Right.
But most people, and that's my point. Most people
are
brainwashed by the media, by the people that are in control, because they don't want these neighborhoods cleaned up. They don't. Why would they want us waking up and then being like, oh, you know what? If we just patrol, that's too easy a solution. They don't want that to happen. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like you said though, man, they're trying. I've been to a few of these events. They're putting on little block parties. They're putting on community events. Each time they're sitting there with the applications. Call me. They're giving out cards. They're trying. Let me tell you the story, Nike. Of course, you know what I'm talking about. Happened again.
What?
Nike. So I'm just here to remind people, when something happens, say something. Make that call. They were out there racing again, Nike. But listen to this though. And this was the other reason when I said if there's a shortage. First, where I'm currently living, Nike, is on the border between Philly and like Upper Darby or something. Like where your son is. Right. So when I call, I always get the Upper Darby Police Department. Always.
Right.
Where's the area? And I tell them. I give them the address.
They like, I ain't coming through there.
No, you know what they say, Nike? This is Philly. This is Philly. Hold on, I'll transfer you. The other day, Nike.
They don't want, and that's going to be the problem. Like we talking about Operation Triggerlock. That's going to be the same kind of.
But again, the reason why I think that I don't have a problem with doing it, because you know how long I sat on the phone waiting for the Philly police officer to pick up. I thought I was calling somebody's crib. No, Nike. No. If this is 911. So again, something's happening, and I'm like, the phone was ringing like y'all was calling somebody's house.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
No, 911 supposed to pick up on the first call, Nike. On the first ring, they supposed to pick up like, what is your emergency? Right, so I'm on the phone with the dude. I'm on the phone with the dude from the county, like, yo, I just want to know if you could send a car by, just drive by. I mean, but because it was out of their district, they couldn't. But my point was that there must be a shortage, because I mean, like, it had to take about a good 5-7 minutes for them to answer the phone.
Bothered with these guys on these. First of all, these cops
they didn't know why I was calling. They didn't know it. It could have been a murder. It could have been one of them getting shot. They didn't have enough crew to answer the phone. Is my point. There must be a shortage. Yo. That has never happened before. That I've never called 911 and had to wait about 5 minutes for the operator to pick up. And I'm sitting there like,
crazy.
yo, I'm like, this is crazy.
It's crazy.
So again, and the other thing is, like I said, when you see something happening, you have to make the call, because had I not made, and I had to call twice. I called once, right? They sent somebody by, everybody left. About an hour tonight, they came back, started doing it again. I called again. They didn't come back after that. So my point is that if you sit in your crib and you allow that nonsense to happen, it's going to continue to happen.
But here's another thing too, Stace. There's so many shootings right now in Philly, and murders and robberies and carjacking and all that. It's not that they so much shorthanded; they busy as fuck.
But
you know what I'm saying? So the same way you calling,
22, right?
It's probably 10 other folks on the line. Like, damn man, this nigga just carjacked me.
Right.
Damn man,
Right.
this nigga just got shot. Damn man,
Right.
this nigga got COVID. Damn man. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's a catch-22. But you know what though? One of the ways New York pulled themselves out of the slump years ago, because New York used to be trash, even down in Center City, in Manhattan, it was terrible. They called the quality of life crimes. You know, you couldn't jaywalk, you throwing trash on the ground. They started stomping out those type of quote unquote crimes, and then the bigger crimes don't happen. Because what I thought about, Nike, is here you got these dudes in the middle of the street racing. Now, if the crowd gets bigger and bigger and bigger, what's next?
Somebody gonna get ran over, or
somebody
somebody
get ran
get
over,
fighting, or somebody gonna get shot.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
like
you got to stop it out. You got to stop it out when it's
locking people up or stopping, like the stop and frisk in New York. That was bullshit.
No, but listen to this, Nike. Listen to this though. If you're proactive, and I'll take my example. And use that. Being proactive, making a call, all they had to do was drive by. Dude drove by, flashed his lights, everybody left. You don't have to get out your car. You could possibly be preventing something from happening just by having a presence. And like I said,
here's another thing. Not depending on the police.
Nice.
Where are our men at?
True.
Where are our men at? I'm gonna give you an example. When I forget how old I was. I was young enough to be riding a bike, like one of the bike, not a 10-speed, but the other little joints. You know what I mean?
So you were like
20. Had a long seat on it.
So you were like 20.
You remember they had the long, huh?
You were like 20.
No, get out of there. You remember the bikes with the long seat?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the little bananas.
I don't know how old I was, but I had one of them joints. And I'm riding up and down the block. I couldn't go off the block then, so I must have been young, right?
Like 20.
It was this dude that was seeing some girl at the end of my block. And he used to come through there, flying down the block. He would stop at the top of the block and be like, beep, beep, beep. And then for some reason, race down the block.
That little block, your little block?
My little block.
Your block, Pat Street, was tiny.
Right, exactly. So Erica's dad, right? He goes out there. When that guy came, he heard that beep, 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 beep. He ran out in front of the car. He got to the side of the to the driver's side. He was like, yo, man, my kids is out here. Race this car down this bitch one more time and see what happened. Where's our men at?
Yeah,
where are our men? Do you think he drove that car down the street anymore?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you don't even have to talk to him like that. You can be like, bro, look, you know what I mean? Try to hit him from a
black man,
a psychological perspective, or like a, just out of a respect thing. Like,
unfortunately,
these guys don't got no respect.
I was gonna say that it's a different era. And unfortunately, right now I understand what you're saying. No, you're right. And unfortunately, it was a mixed crowd, so I wasn't going out there, man. They probably hung me.
That's what I'm saying. So sometimes it takes
us.
It takes that man energy, which we losing daily. We losing that man energy, like that male energy.
True.
We gotta find some brothers with that male energy, and just gotta look, man. we not taking the bullshit no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, man. Like,
all right, man. You ready to wind it down, Night?